Hello, this is Jeff Kelly, and in this video I'm going to talk about, can you keep your car if you file Chapter 7? And for the vast majority of people, the answer is yes. So let's go through it. Let's go through a couple of hypotheticals. Let's say you are filing Chapter 7, we're going to wipe out all your credit cards, wipe out all your medical bills, and you've got a car that is worth about $5,000. Do you get to keep this car that's paid for? You've got the title to it. Would you keep it in a Chapter 7? The answer is yes, you will. And the reason is because in Georgia, we've got a $5,000 vehicle exemption. Let's change the facts up a little bit. Let's say this car is 100% worth $10,000. Are we going to be able to keep this car? Well, again, the answer is yes. We've got enough wildcard exemption left to tack on to the $5,000 exemption that we'll be able to keep that car as well. Let's jack it up a little bit more and say the car's worth $15,000. Are we going to be able to keep the car? I think so. Assuming you haven't used your wildcard exemption up on other stuff, we could keep a $15,000 car. So let's change the facts here some more. Let's do a hypothetical where you owe $30,000 on the car. Your monthly car payment is $400 a month. You want to file Chapter 7. You want to get rid of the credit cards. We want to get rid of the medical bills. But we'd really like to keep this car that's financed with XYZ finance company. Are you going to be able to keep the car? The answer is in most cases yes. But there's a catch. You have to sign something called a reaffirmation agreement. And a reaffirmation agreement is a contract between you and XYZ finance company saying, hey, finance company, if I wanted to, I could give you back this car and I could wipe out your debt completely, but I'm going to give up that right with respect to you and you only. And we're going to treat this debt as if we have never filed Chapter 7. So let's just create some wild and crazy scenario where you would lose a car, just to illustrate a point. One time I had this client and he and I spent about 2 hours together going through his paperwork to make sure that it was absolutely perfect. And then after he had signed everything, after everything was lined up beautifully, of course, like all my cases are, he looks at me as he's walking out the door and he's like, shoot, man, I guess I better tell you. And I look at him, I'm like, of course you better tell me. I'm your attorney. I'm on your side. Anything you say to me is confidential. I need to know whatever it is you think you need to tell me. What's going on, buddy? And he's like, well, they can't take away your only car, can they? Well, the answer to that question, and almost every legal question, is it depends. So, what kind of car was it? It was a 1964 fully restored Corvette. And the reason he didn't want to tell me about it was because he and his dad had worked on it for years, restoring it and making it perfect. And it was an antique, and it was in his name, and it was the only thing he had to remember his dad by. Well, we looked into the value of it. That car was worth well north of $70,000. Paid for. Are you going to lose a car like that if you file Chapter 7? Absolutely. The exemptions are not high enough to cover something like that. That's a very, very rare case. I've been doing this since I've been on my own. My law firm's been in operation since 2006. That's the only time that situation ever came up. And you know what? We didn't file his case. And the reason why is because he was smart enough to lay everything out for me. And we don't file cases that aren't going to work or going to give you a bad result. Honesty is a core value of my law firm. We're going to shoot straight with you. If it's not a good idea for you to file, we're going to tell you, and we're going to tell you why in detail so you'll know. If you want to know how does the law apply to your specific situation, take advantage of a free consult with us. It's a no-brainer. Why not give us a call. Let's go over your income. Let's go over budget. Let's go over your assets. Let's make sure you're not going to lose anything that's important to you. And let's get you the best fresh start possible. You can call us at 770-881-8449. Go to my website, www.kellycanhelp.com. I've written a book on Chapter 13 and Chapter 7, and I would like for you to have a copy. So scroll down to the very bottom, fill in your email address, and boom, we will get it to you in your inbox. If you would like a hard copy instead, call us, 770-881-8449, and we'll try to mail one to you. I've also got some podcasts on www.kellybankruptcy.com. Give us a call. Let's get started, and let's get you a fresh start. Thank you.